Hey, Daddy.
You fight with nobody.
This a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingWords.com.
You won the belt with nobody.
Daddy.
BoxingWords.com.
This a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter. Payday,
BoxingWords.com.
payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. That's the plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingWords.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingWords.com.
Dumatron activated.
We activated this morning, and it looks like that Champeroni has got all his audio set to go. I know you guys are listening right now. Champ, Drake Dot in the building. First one in the chat. What up, Champy? We are in the house in the morning with some good sound, so I'm really, really pleased about that. I'm not blowing up anybody's ears this morning. So I hope everything's coming in clean. And you're tuning in with the Boxing Voice Podcast Radio Show, the Breakfast Club of Boxing. Yes, welcome. Welcome to the show. And I got a couple of things to talk about and for sure show you, because it looks like the Ring Magazine's put out their, list. And we all know that the list that the Ring Magazine puts out is, I'm not going to say the hard copy or the truth, but definitely is influential in what, we see in the sport. So I wanted to go over some of these things. Obviously, we also are going to talk about some of the major comebacks set to come in 2022. I don't know if that was a pun or not, but yeah, there's a couple of comebacks that we're looking forward to. But we're gonna start kick it off with the Ring Magazine list, and obviously, I want to know if they got it right. Did they get it right? I mean, let's ask old Bobby. Let's ask Bobby Digital. Maybe he thinks that they got it wrong.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but maybe it's not. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now and let you guys take a look. Did they get it right or did they get it wrong? So that's the list right up there. And I put a question on the poll, and we're going to run down this. TBV is going to run down this list, and we're going to have our own TBV best of the best list. Obviously, we've been talking about it a little bit here and there as the days have gone by. Obviously, boxing for 2021 is pretty much done, and we're looking to the new calendar year, 2022. And it looks like there's going to be some good matchups and good fights put together for us. So let's go down this list, man. It's subjective. Obviously, we all have our favorite fighter. We all have our own, ways of judging to what would make it a knockout of the year or fight of the year, upset of the year. And I'll run down the whole list, right? So the Ring Magazine's put together end of the year awards list for 2021. So for fighter of the year, they have, of course, yours truly, Saul Canelo Alvarez. I mean, was that really a surprise to y'all? I mean, really? I don't know if that was a surprise to me. Canelo Alvarez is the fighter of the year. I think they got it right. That's the first question, actually, on the poll that we have. So anybody that's tuning in with us on our visual here on YouTube, there is a poll up right now on the live chat that I put up. And I'm interested in seeing if anybody disagrees. And if you do disagree, let it be known. The percentages will show. We're doing our own end of the year awards list here on TBV, and we're checking the Ring Magazine to see if maybe there's some conflict there. Maybe you guys picked a different knockout of the year or fight of the year. maybe your judging of what that what that means. It's a little different from what they got up there. I don't know. I'm going with Canelo Alvarez. Of course, I said it time and time again. This guy's done too much. So we're gonna agree to disagree, right? Now, I'm gonna look at the chat because I need to know. And obviously, we're not taking in calls just yet. But if anybody's out there on the Skype, you can contact me directly and come on for a call at Alex Lainez on Skype. That's AlexLainez. So if you are looking to call, once I open up the phone lines, you could go ahead and put your call in to Alex Lainez on Skype. And you could say your piece about what you think about this list that the Ring Magazine has put together for the end of the year 2021 awards. So let's start, right? You got Canelo Alvarez as Fighter of the Year. Let's go, champ. And as of right now, the question on the poll is, did Ring Magazine get Fighter of the Year right? And the poll's been up less than 5 minutes. And it's already at 77% yes for Canelo Alvarez. So, I don't think that we're going to disagree too much on it. But for those that disagree, let it be known on the chat. Let it be known on why you think he didn't deserve that, award, Fighter of the Year. I mean, it's pretty much clean cut for me. I don't think that anybody did as much as he did for the year. And, it's going to be pretty hard and pretty tough for you to, tell me otherwise. Like, I'm not, I don't think I'm budging from that. The things that Canelo has done are going down in history, obviously. First, to unify a division. He did it in a year, fought 3 times. It's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough position to take from him. But maybe you think different. I don't know. Who else is out there with a possible Fighter of the Year? I know Usyk had an incredible win, an upset over Anthony Joshua, and we'll be talking about those comebacks too, because there is some major comebacks set to get into play with some of these fighters that were obviously on the other end of the stick, so to speak, for the upsets of the year. Yeah, shout out to Big Fish Vega. Shout out to you, Champy. We're here trying to get it together on what this list really means to us. Now, I'm going to this chat because, that's where I'm communicating with the champions. Yo, let me just say once again, too, shout out to Victor Banuelos, man. Last morning, yesterday, I closed out pretty quick, man, but I ain't really get to hit him with the ultra combos and everything else that I should have had for him. Mad love he showed at the end there. So I appreciate you, champ. I'm going to have to hit you with the ultra combo, champ. Ultra combo! Ultra combo for Victor Banuelos. But on the super chat is today, the first champy up is Axiom. Axiom says, Happy New Year's to the whole TBV family. Let's hope we get the biggest fights possible in 2022. Man, Axiom, I hope so. I hope so because it's looking to be a killer calendar. You know what I'm saying? Killer.
If he dies.
It's going to be great, man. And we'll get into these comebacks too and these fights that we're looking to get in 22. It's a little tough right now also with some of these fights probably happening. We got the Omicron situation and, just want everybody to please be safe. Try to not be in situations where you could get yourself sick till this stuff gets under control again. But we'll go ahead and move forward. Look, man, it's 81% already on the poll. Come on, y'all. Y'all know y'all not fighting me on this. Silver Surfer, shout out to you, champ. Yeah, Ness is okay. He will be we'll know more about his availability on Monday. So for anybody asking about the Loch Ness monster, just know that the bro is good, and he will know more about his availability on Monday. But for now, we're gonna keep it chucking, little engine and cut style, and we're gonna keep kicking out this boxing content, champ. So shout out again to everybody on the chat. And don't forget to hit that like button, man. Listen, y'all been showing me mad love, bro. I haven't even had to say it, man. It's just the love's pouring in. So appreciate y'all, and if you're just tuning in for the first time and maybe you like what you're going to be listening to this morning, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. So, when we rocking out. If that bell ain't shaking, you ain't baking with us at any time or the morning when we go live. Now, I'm going to catch y'all with the all-you-kit uppercut because I'm going to move forward. I mean, the poll keeps going up and down with Fighter of the Year, but I just don't think that I'm going to get any real resistance from anybody. I mean, I welcome it, You got the Skype, Alex Lainez. That's Alex, Lainez. So if you guys want to go ahead and, when I open up these phone lines and maybe call in, I'll let you have your piece, and, you get to tell me what you think. Now, 76% is where the poll stands. Did Ring Magazine get Fighter of the Year right? And, I'll move forward because this is almost like the 70-30 rule, right? I think that if it's above 70 and above, in whatever category we go over right now, I think that we should leave it alone. I think that the majority would rule on that. Now, if these polls get into 60-40s, I think we could talk about it a little bit more. Maybe I can put up some polls too, just to kind of get a sense of who else would be in whatever category you want to argue. So let me switch over because it's 75-25 now, and Canelo ain't going nowhere. DSV Co, man, he's good, brother. He'll be back around on Monday. Hopefully, we'll know his availability. But yeah, he's good, champ. He's healthy. He's all right. Yeah, the best that ever, man, for sure, champ. We're gonna end up with a bang. And listen, I'll probably I'll get into that towards the end of the show this morning. I'll tell you more about how the schedule is going to play out for the show this week, because I will be in Vegas by today, and hopefully we'll be able to go live from some in studio sessions. Okay, so yeah, we'll talk about more about that in a bit. So okay, 75-25. Poll's been up for like about 13 minutes. I was gonna give it to the 15-minute mark, y'all. But it's overwhelming. So I'm going to end the poll. Did Ring Magazine get Fighter of the Year right? And as the poll states right now, and the TBV family right now that are voting, 75-25 champy. Chee. So we're going to put that away. And end that. Who's that? Yildrin Billy Joe Plant earns you Fighter of the Year. Who the hell said that? Whoa, B-Dog. I don't know what you talking about. Yeah. Andres, man, thank you, champ, for tuning in. All right, so let's end this poll, champ. I'm trying to give y'all a little bit more time, but nah, we ending this poll. That's it. Fighter of the Year. Undisputed by anyone. Well, 25% might have had a different story, but I don't know if you fall into the hateration category. You know what I mean? Salud to me. Thank you very much again. Oh, pardon me. All right, so let's go into what they say knockout of the year. Knockout of the year. Hadouken! Now, I'm pretty sure we could talk about a few knockouts of the year, right? There was some great moments in boxing for the 2021 calendar. Knockdowns, knockouts. I mean, it was pretty crazy for this year. We had some title fights that involved multiple knockdowns. And I mean, you could shift a few ways into what the heck you might think, makes that the number one knockout. Now, what they got is obviously Gabriel Rosado, right, versus your man's, who I'm gonna try not to murder his name. All right, I'm gonna go better Milikaev. I'm just gonna have to get. Yeah, usually Ness will hit Jeffrey and shit, but I'm gonna try to give it my best shot again. All right, Gabe Rosado knocks out the Russian trainer. I don't know what else the Russian bear maybe, but yeah, Bektimir Milikusiev. That is who he knocked out. Now, is that memorable enough for it to be knockout of the year? There was a couple of other knockouts, man. So I'm gonna have to poll it up. That's it. Polls going up. I'm gonna ask the same question, and then we're gonna dive into some options. All right. Did Ring Magazine get knockout of the year? Right. It's an honest question. There was a lot of knockouts. I don't know if that might be the best. I mean, it was a great knockout. But let's ask the community. I need to know. I need to know if these lists that are, coming out are what the people feel is right. Knockout of the year, Gabe Rosado. He said, Jaime, I don't know what they talking about, champ. You know what I mean? But keep it cool. Keep it moving. Don't let them. Yo, Doomy, Adrian Rowan, what up, champ? All right, so we're talking knockout of the year. Gabe Rosado. Is he? Okay, Ronald Finkley. Okay. I see the options are starting to come out. Listen, Valdez had a hell of a knockout. And I get it, The whole T thing, my tarnish stuff, shit sucks. It is what it is. It was still a hell of a knockout, though. And I wouldn't be mad at you if you had that as your choice. Coach Midi. Shout out to you, champ. I know you was waiting for the last night show, man, but it didn't pan out. A lot of things to do. I'm flying out to Vegas this afternoon. So I figured I'd at least get to do the morning show. I know that Thursday flagship show might not happen today. It's a possibility, most likely it won't happen today, but the following morning I'll be able to get in studio hopefully and give you guys some killer podcasting views, man. We're excited about the in studio. So how many end of year review show, bro? How many end of year review show? It's not even like I've been freestyling actually, Midi, this whole time. Dolo solo. So yeah, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's light. But I'll switch gears, I'll switch gears from this. It's just that, I hadn't seen the Ring Magazine award. This just came out. I've been kind of talking up the talk as I've been trying to cover the time and topics that kind of just fly into try to put out as much information out there as possible, I guess. But I get it. There's a lot of reviews going on, but this is their list, and I just want to see if we got it right. I mean, we had Canelo, Gabe Rosado knockout of the year. I don't know, champ. Maybe yes, maybe no. There was other knockouts that stuck out. Tyson Fury had some crazy knockouts. Ryan Garcia had that knockout on Caleb Smith. Conor Ben had a killer knockout. So, there's been a few knockouts. And even Ajagba, man. Ajagba had some crazy knockouts. Ted Cheeseman got knocked out. I mean, there was a few knockouts. There's a few knockouts this year. So I just wanted to cover them and see if we got them right. So, it's all good, champion. I could flip it. We can move forward. Doesn't need to be what it is. Big Fish, shout out to you. He said I'm the papoose. All right, look, we're gonna run down this list. Then it's true, man. And the thing is obviously I was talking about all this before the list came out, so that's why probably Midi feels the way he feels. Call him UK champion. All right, so we'll move forward, I guess. Looks like people do not feel like they got it right. 67-33. So as I suspected. I kind of suspected that this would be the case. People wouldn't be too happy with the pick. But it's 67-30 right now. It's almost at the 60-40. But I'll let it ride a little bit more. Poll's been up for 3 minutes. So who else is the Tank to Santa Cruz? Okay. Was that this year, champ? You gotta make sure it's on the calendar. I don't think that that was on the calendar, but I mean we could check that. You might be wrong, champ. You might be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, Isaac Cruz, champ. Santa Cruz. Oh yeah, Santa Cruz was in 2020, so can't get that. Cannot get that. If you want to give him maybe Mario Barrios, yeah, but Leo Santa Cruz was not 2021. He does not qualify. Who's here? Super chat. Let's go, Champy. You got Ronald Vinkley, my man Ron. Let's go, champ. And he says a thumbs up with the super sticker. Appreciate you, champ. That's what's up. Cheap, showing the love. All right, man. Coach Mitty threw a wrench in my game right now. He wildin', talking about my reviews and shit. Stop hating, champ. We're going to get this right. All right, so knockout of the year. That's obviously out the window. Looks like 63% said no. And I guess I'm going to have to put an option out there. I'm going to have to put an option of what qualified as KO of the year. We're getting it right. So far, we can agree Canelo was fighter of the year. Now we have a discrepancy with the knockout of the year. I mean, mad props to Gabe Rosado. I mean, it was a devastating knockout. But there's probably some other knockouts that people feel like should have been on that list instead of Gabe. So I'm going to put, I guess, the most memorable ones that I could possibly remember that would be ahead, I guess, so to speak, of that knockout. So, I mean, some devastating knockouts. How about that Efe Ajagba versus Sergey Bryan? I mean, Brian Howard, he wasn't somebody that, you knew off the bat and you got excited about, but that was a devastating knockout. So let me throw the poll up, champion. Don't worry, Coach Midi. I'm already on the groove of things, man. My main thing was this audio, bro. This audio was killing me. So which KO deserved KO of the year? So which fight deserved KO of the year? Simple question, champ. Simple question. So let's see. We got memorable. Let's put memorable, because when you start talking about KO of the year and all this stuff, it gets like you start to. It can't be just a knockout like Efe had, right? It's got to be like some super well known established fighter. And I don't know if I could give you too many, but I'm gonna give you some of the ones that happened as of late, with some formidable. Let's go Conor Ben versus Algieri. That was a hell of a knockout. Let's see if we could give the UK some love, because I know Coach Mitty's on the prowl. All right, so we're gonna go with Conor Ben. Conor versus Chris Algieri. All right. And then we got, of course, I'm gonna have to put Deontay Wilder, man. Deontay versus Tyson. That was a killer. And we could probably definitely add. I don't know. I guess we could add the. Jeez, man, there was a lot of knockouts this 2021 calendar, yo. Holy moly, there was a lot of knockouts, and I don't even know who to give it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put three options up there. I mean, I'm gonna put my option because I honestly thought that was the most devastating one with Callum Smith. So Callum versus Castillo. I think I'll leave it at maybe 4 options, right? Oh, let's stick to the 3. Maybe you guys feel. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Connor versus Algieri, right? You got Deontay Wilder versus Tyson, right? And then you got Callum versus Castillo. Anybody else ring a bell over here? Champ. All right, so looks like all right. That was a good fight. See, it's another fight, man, that even though it's not like championship, caliber fights, there's some good fights, man. Juan Carlos, yeah, Jose Cepeda versus Josue Vargas. That was a good one, man. That was definitely a good one. Yeah, you know what? Wow. I'll throw that in there. That was something that really, really surprised a lot of us, man. We never expected Povetkin to do what he did to Dillian White. Just got to make sure that it's in the calendar year. That's the qualification. And Dillian got knocked out in 2020. So, you can't get that one. But Dillian White did knock, TKO Alexander after. But now we can't give it to him. We can't. He's on the 2020 calendar list. That's a no. That's a no. So we're gonna just, I guess, leave it at Oscar Valdez, man. Oscar Valdez versus Miguel Burchell. It's just way too many knockouts. That was a lot of knockouts this year, bro. We got a great year of boxing, bro. Even though the money output from the consumer was super high this year, we did get a lot of good boxing. I think coming into this new calendar year, I gotta make sure I'm watching the expenditure of what exactly I'm consuming, man, because a lot of good boxing, but obviously some of this compiles. You got 3 fights in a month, you're paying this, you're paying that. You start doing the math, it's like, okay, no wonder the UK is freaking chilling. They get them low numbers. Let's see what else we got on the super chat. You got the Brandon Lenz says, follow the only Border Wars promotional / media company in Border Wars with an active IG page. Follow at SDS Promotions for SDS content, boxing / intros. Yeah, shout out to Brandon, champ. The page is popping. I'm already a member or a subscription or a follower. I'm all that. Adrian, Cepeda versus Vargas. Yeah, man. Yeah. Juan Carlos was talking about that, and I think that shit was a fucking super match. He had some pretty damn good fights for knockout of the year. And the thing is when you switch over to fight of the year, some of these kind of can mix into each other. Fighter of the year, knockout of the year. It depends how the fight was obviously going. But for fight of the year, you got to have a little bit of everything. You got to have a little bit of everything. Nah, Adrian, Povetkin White did not happen this year. The second bout they had, it did. So we can't give it to him. So, Coach Mitty says Fury, Smith, Ben, and Kiko. Damn, he gave Fury the knockout of the year. But see, the thing is, we're gonna be moving forward, obviously, with the knockout, with the fight of the year, because the Ring magazine had fight of the year as Tyson Fury versus Wilder, which I agree. I do agree. Fight of the year was Wilder and Tyson Fury. We waited for so long, anticipated this match. So it really gave everything it could. You had 2 knockdowns. You had each fighter knocked each other down. You got, multiple knockdowns by Tyson Fury, and then finally the finish. It was definitely fight of the year. But arguably, I guess, fight like Cepeda and Jose Vargas, Magsayo versus Ceja. Shout out to Self. True. Juju, man, the body's okay, bro. The Loch Ness Monster is just unavailable, but he will, let us know on Monday, and everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right now. Everything's gonna be all right. You feel me, champ? Champ. Shout out to Brandon, member for 11 months. Chip. See, I'm gonna have to hit him with the killer combo, because that's what I got. All right. I got killer combos out here, ultras. Ultra combo! That goes out to Brandon Lenz. Been with the team as a member at the champ level. And he says, for the love of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph them, check your phone, Doomy. Well, damn. 9 minutes later. Okay. And, okay, Dean. See, shout out to Brandon. Brandon got it all here. All right, Champy. And I did see the design that you have for the scorecards for Border Wars. I think that moving forward, we're going to adopt this layout that Brandon SDS Champ has put together for us. At the Border Wars, sometimes it's crazy, Get a bunch of papers back. Then you got Info Joe trying to figure things out. This is clear cut, bro. This is good. And we got 2021 TBV award show categories. So we'll probably be going through those too, because it is the end of the year. But I don't know if I want to go through those right now or maybe from Las Vegas, Maybe I'll touch on these from Las Vegas, Brandon. So let's see let's see how we flow right now. All right, so Fighter of the Year is next category. We're going to end the poll of Knockout of the Year. I honestly think that, Deontay versus Tyson is what people are agreeing to. What fight deserved KO of the year? So the options that I put out here, you had Conor versus Algieri. All right. You had Deontay versus Tyson. You had Callum versus Castillo, and Valdez versus Burchell. And it's only 5 minutes on the poll, so I might let it ride a little bit more. I don't know, because we got to jump into the next one. But which fight deserved KO of the year? Looks like the poll is winning right now, and Deontay versus Tyson Fury is what's going on right now. Shit. So y'all really thought? Look, Deontay versus Tyson. I'm not saying that it wasn't an exclamatory knockout or stoppage, but keeping it 100 with you, man, it's KO of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I think I got some of these guys on this list got KO'd a lot worse than Deontay did. I guess the meaning of what Deontay was, but nah, I don't think that KO of the year. But you guys have spoken, man. Deontay Wilder takes the knockout of the year. And I don't mean Deontay, I mean Tyson Fury, because obviously he was on the other end of that. So Tyson Fury, according to the poll here on TBV, got knockout of the year. Whoa, look at this guy. Who's up right now? Is everybody up?
It's horrible.
All right, so boom, let's switch it over. End that poll. 43% Deontay and Caleb Smith 25, Valdez 23, and Conor at a little 8%. Chee. All right, so okay, I'm ending that. Fight of the year. That's what we're on now. Fight of the year. Let's go, champ. Fight of the year, obviously they got Deontay Wilder and Tyson, so I'm having mixed feelings here because y'all gave Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury the KO of the year. I don't know. Callum Smith knocking out Castillo was crazy. F.A. knocking out that guy, Brian Howard, was freaking crazy. Those are devastating knockouts. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. I got to read the question. Yeah, I mean. So, fighter of the year. Did Ring Magazine get it right? I mean, honestly. Again, I'm put up against the fence right now because I'm with it. I honestly think this was the fight of the year. There was everything. There was a little bit of everything. So, I'll let that linger in the poll for a little bit. And then we'll move on, man. We got a couple of things we're talking about, Mitty. We're not just going to review, all right, champ? We'll go through this list. The Ring Magazine End of the Year Awards. We're going to go through this list. And then we'll go through maybe another list. We'll jump into the comebacks of the 2022. All right, so did Ring Magazine get Fight of the Year right? And that's the poll that's up right now. Let's go, champ. Fight of the Year, hell yeah. I definitely believe that award went to the right people, the right person. Right people. Fight of the year takes two to tango. So, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury gave us what we needed. Gave us everything. Knockdowns, grit, heart. It just showed everything. And I know some of the other fights you could probably argue that. But if you agree that this was, and we got the 70-30, we'll move forward, man. Let's see who else is on the super chat. Did Fury retire him? I don't even know, Champy. You know, there was talks about stuff like that, rumoring around, and I don't know how much truth was in what he obviously wanted. Let's go to some of these super chats, though. Champ, Coach Midi. All love, Doomy. Have a coffee at the airport on me. You the champ, brother. Yeah, man, I got to get ready to fly out in a few hours. Be flying over to Las Vegas. I'm just glad I'm, here with you guys in the morning. It's TBV in my cup. Yeah. Shout out to Big Boy Protect on the super chat. He says Gabe Rosado gets KO because he was down in the fight. Okay. That's the argument right there. And, I mean, yeah, man, when you got that kind of underdog situation, adds a lot of luster, right? Adds luster to the whole situation. If you're having trouble and all of a sudden, bang! Hope I didn't blow your ears up on that one. Maybe I'll just hit you with a Hadouken! And I'll call it a day. Brandon Lenz, of course, we read Brandon Lenz's super chat. And WM, straight out of Great Britain. Excuse me. Bumgardner deserves KO of the year.
They gonna have to send their best fighter for the champ.
Shout out to WM, showing love to women's boxing. Women's boxing did have some highlights, or several highlights this year. Bumgardner definitely surprised us. And I'm saying surprised because, the opponent was durable. We didn't expect it to be like that, but it turned out that way. So, yeah, we're going to give Alicia Bumgardner some props. KO of the year. It's tough, right? It's tough for women to get this award. There's no woman on the Ring Magazine list for any of the awards that they were giving out. So, not saying it's unfair, obviously, but shout out to WM for putting some light on women's boxing and what Alicia just done. So, rumor has it that's got the Rona. I hope he got it okay. Never understood the anti-vaxxer mentality. H-Town, he's well. Thank you. He does not have Rona. Holy moly. No, guys. He's healthy. He's not with the Rona. Happy holidays to everybody, though, man. Listen, he'll be back on Monday. We'll know more. But no Rona over here. Everything's copacetic. Everything's okay. What's not okay is that, actually, wow, it is okay. So about 80%, 79% said that the Ring Magazine got Fight of the Year. So it's like, this is a clean-cut win. We could just move forward from this one. 80% say the Ring Magazine got this right. I mean, out of all their picks, really, I'm pretty solid on that one. That one in Fighter of the Year to me was solid. And you know, I gotta leave it at that. I'm gonna close this poll because it's getting crazy. You know, the yes is rising. It's 83% right now. Feel like the Ring Magazine got Fight of the Year right, which is Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. So boom, we're gonna end that poll. Come on, we're running down the list. So far, we had a hiccup with the knockout of the year, but not too many are against it. But obviously, there were several more knockouts that we could have went through, and could have gave it way more competition, or just been okay with winning that position, man. But shout out to Gabe Rosado. Good point was made earlier. You know, he was down, and then he got that. So let's go, champ. Looks like King Amin of Essex might be coming on. Let's check out King Amin of Essex. I don't know if he's on or not, but we'll ask. We'll ask, champ. We'll ask. Closed out that poll. Next is upset of the year. Holy moly, guacamole. Call me upset. We had a whole bunch of upsets, and you know, part of the other topics that I was gonna touch on this morning was the major comebacks that are expected in order for you know, some of these champs to make their return to their thrones. There's a lot of what ifs, can yous, and all that. So, upset of the year, sadly enough, and shit. You know, it is what it is. Teofimo Lopez Jr. versus George Kambosos Jr. And turned out that the Ring Magazine gave that the upset of the year. You know, Teofimo Lopez, you know, he was going through a lot. There was things going outside the ring that, you know, caused his performance to look the way it looked. But no excuses, right? No excuses. It happened the way it happened. George Kambosos Jr. was a lion. He showed that he could be in there with the best. And now he's, you know, he's basking in the glory and getting to talk his talk, and now has the ability to pick some major fights. There's some major paper coming his way. Kambosos Jr.'s definitely put himself in a position to get some big fights, and hopefully that Devin Haney fight makes it. Devin Haney got $1 million in jewelry. I don't know if y'all peeped that, but $1 million in jewelry. Let's go, champ. You know that's the team that's putting up money. George Kambosos Jr. You gotta see it for what it is, champ. Got money right there up front. What are you gonna do, huh? What are you gonna do? I gotta look after my investment. Yeah, you better look after your investments and make the right decision. Doomy-tron. Call it the pre-pro. Holy shit. Yo, shout out to the fucking pre-pro. My man's Robbie the Beaver Hearns. Call him. Wow. Biggest boxing upsets of 2021 by the odds. My goodness. This is a long-ass list, champ. We could make a whole show. And this is according to odds, Las Vegas odds. So we had a lot of upsets, dude. There was a lot of money to be made this year unexpectedly if you had some of these guys on your parlays, because some of these guys were definitely big-ass underdogs. Huge. So upset of the year, Teofimo Lopez. Obviously, you know, it was kind of sad for me, but he's moving up, you know. He's moving up. You won't see him at that 135 no more. So, we chilling, man. We ain't stressing it.
This is different. You understand? We have Jennifer Lopez, we have Maluma, we have J Balvin, we have
We got all that. We still got all that. So it's all good. So if you believe that they got it right, obviously the question's going up right now because there was a few other upsets. Come on, champies. Usyk versus AJ? Huh? Yeah. Don't forget. And y'all probably say, oh, AJ had already lost, so, we kind of expected. You ain't expect shit. I didn't expect AJ to go out there and fight the way he was fighting, put up your dukes and shit and box the whole fight. I wasn't expecting that shit. I didn't expect a lot from that fight. But we got what we got. So did the Ring magazine get this right? Get the upset of the year right. Now, while I put this poll up, what I am going to do is I'm going to go through some of the upsets that are in this huge list that the producer has pulled out. So did the Ring magazine, all right, get the upset of the year right? That's the poll going up right now. Do your due. But we'll go ahead and go over some of these names. I mean, if we're going to start from the top, Video Millionecki Jr., James Martin. Obviously, Martin was a plus. I think it was a plus 800 in that. Al Rivera, Omar Juarez. Sandor Martin was a 1250 going into Mikey Garcia. Kiko Martinez was a plus 1,200. Kenneth Sims Jr. was a plus 1,200. Juan Carlos Abreu versus Turksonby. Kulmayet. Yeah, I know Jonathan Rice, too, was a upset. Plus 1,000 against Michael Polite Coffee. They'll be making their return into the ring, part 2, in January on that heavyweight card. So don't forget to tune in. Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin, January 1st. And make sure you catch that. Now, Sandor Martin was plus 1,000. Yeah, LV, man. There was some real crazy upsets. Tio versus Hannah Montana. You crazy. Yo, Coach Middy. Call you Hannah Montana.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah, let's go, champ. Gabriel Rosado was a plus 900. Okay, I see it. Who else out here really sticks out, though? Who sticks out? Well, George Kambosos was a plus 600. Okay, we'll give him that. Lucas Brown, Joey Noe. Alicia Baumgartner was a plus 500 against Terry Harper. So I guess that adds a little flavor to that KO. You know what I'm saying? Oh, snap. Big Fish on the super chat. Yo, I don't know if y'all know, man. Alex Vega been really training. He's training, y'all. He's getting ready for this Border Wars. You take it serious. You put in the work. You'll have great results. And he's on the super chat, and he says, working out every day, staying ready for Border Wars 14. Working out every day.
To this day.
Let's go, champ. Shout out to Eric Cruz on the chatty. A veteran in the game here in TBV. It's on Saturday, Doomatron. Yeah, it's ain't it the first? Gotta look at my calendar, bro. As of late, I've been traveling in different directions and shit. But yeah, it is the first. It is on Saturday. It's this Saturday. So literally 2 days away and shit. I'll probably listen if I don't get tonight's show. Friday, definitely gonna do a show. We'll do our picks. We'll do our pre-fight, traditional. Let's form like Voltron and make the right picks for these fights. I think there's some good money to be made too in this heavyweight card. I think we know the guys well enough, and I think that together we could probably put together some great parlays for that card this Saturday. So yeah, Coach Middy, we're going on the first. It's crazy, man. How next week is next month and next year? Like, what are we doing here? Literally. Next week is next year and is the next month. All right, so the poll's been up, champies. The upset. Looks like everybody's agreeing with it. Did the Ring Magazine get the upset of the year right? It's a 73-27 split. You know how I feel about that. We 70-30. We moving on. I can't believe it. Y'all didn't even mention, you didn't even mention AJ and Usyk, champs. What happened? AJ Usyk, no. But we'll move on. I guess what I was trying to do is, get Teofimo out of that category and shit. But, hey, man, that's how much you believed in him, I believed in him. I honestly was surprised, just like I was surprised when Anthony Joshua came out and fought Alexander Usyk the way he did, boxing him at every second instead of imposing his will and, using the right game plan, a game plan that was going to work against the style he was fighting. But it didn't go that route. And same thing happened for Teo, man. Came out the gate like a little pit bull. And he just wanted to, I guess, make an example. I don't know what he was in his mind trying to do, but it didn't work out for him, obviously. And he's on that list, man. He's in the Ring Magazine's toppity top upset of the year. So I ain't even going to act like I don't see what I'm seeing. I'm going to end. Oh, okay, 68-30. 68-32. All right, 69-31. All right, so what other upset? Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. You had Sandor Martin versus Mikey Garcia. Come on. There was some more out there. So you're going to tell me that you gave you gave Sandor Martin a bigger chance at winning than you gave Kambosos Jr. winning against Teofimo. Is that what you're saying? You lies. Stop your lying.
All right.
You know damn well you didn't know who my man Sandor Martin was until you knew. So I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one conflicted here. But there was some other upsets. Kiko Martinez KOing Kid Galahad. I mean, come on. Y'all know y'all didn't have Kiko winning that shit. Lies.
Oh!
But he got the upset. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to sway the the pick, but I guess I'll leave it at that. Shit ain't really moving too much. 68-32. The Ring Magazine, I guess, got it right again. I think the only one we've really had a little bit of a qualm with is the knockout of the year. So I'll end that poll. All right. Y'all got that. Teofimo versus Kambosos, upset of the year. Wow. I don't even know what this category really is. Right? It's event of the year. And the Ring Magazine has Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. But I don't really get that. What does that mean? Event of the year. Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Is it like the best on-site event? Because if you're talking about on-site, I'm sorry. I mean, I've been to a few big fights, y'all. I've been to some pretty big fights. And I'm going to say that Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G 1 and 2 were huge for me. It was just a crazy energy, and it was. I guess you could. I'm not trying to compare a Canelo Alvarez event with a Jake Paul event, because obviously the demo dynamics is different, right? There's more boxing fans at a Canelo fight than there was at the Jake Paul fight. More hardcore, really, followers of the sport. So, the energy might be a little bit different there. But if you're going for event of the year, like, come on, dude. You had a couple of AKA spectacles that happened this year. So who knows? Who knows if I'm going to go with the event of the year. I mean, what does this mean to y'all, man? I gotta see what the what was the barometer, or how did they go about and get this pick, event of the year. But I mean, they might have their way of judging this. It might not just be the on-site craziness that I was seeing in Jake Paul's events. It might be something else. So Let's see what they got. Ring Magazine and event of the year. It's a little broad, no? What do you mean by that? I don't know what that means, champ. I don't know what it means. So let's find out, because I need to know what that means. All right, here we go. Ring Magazine names Joshua versus Usyk. Main event. Oh, okay, as the main event of the year. See, when they have it on their graphics, it just says event of the year. So, okay, main event of the year. All right, so that switches it up a little bit. Was it the main event of the year, though, y'all? I mean, really. The main event of the year. What other fights did we have? I mean, even in the last quarter. It's crazy because, we go back to Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. That could have went down. That's the main event of the year, right? So, they got Usyk versus Alexander Usyk, versus AJ Anthony Joshua as the main event of the year. So we'll leave it at that. There's so many that we could argue. I don't know if they put that just because it was one of the last fights that we had, but I think the two last categories you guys are probably gonna have something to say for. For a boxing event, of course, Eric. What are we gonna do? Compare it to some MMA? Chip. So did the Ring Magazine get main event of the year? Right. I'm going to bring up some other main events that were super, super dope. Yeah, Brandon, I'm gonna touch on your list, champ. You know what I'm saying? Did the Ring Magazine get main event of the year? Right. You tell me, champs. There's a couple of other fights in here that I would have been like, okay. There's some categories here, champy. Main events. There were some good fights. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, I think, takes like 3 categories. Isn't that crazy? I mean, a main event like Teofimo Lopez and Cambosos, that was a hell of a fight, but then it falls into 2 categories, right? That's what it is. Let's go, champ. So, yeah, man, I guess we'll move forward from that one. We're going to leave it on the poll right now just to see what the people are saying, and we'll get off of this and we'll get into the comebacks. Prospect of the year. Well, let me check the poll before I move on, man. Event of the year. So you got, did the Ring Magazine get main event of the year right? 62% say no. So, I don't know, champies. Think they might have gotten it wrong on this one. Okay. I see. Brandon, I see you, champ. You ain't got to run through them all, do me. Just scan it and go with the ones you find interesting. Yeah, I got you. Champy. The Dumatron is pressed for time. Got to pack stuff up. Heading out to Las Vegas. Be out there this afternoon, early evening. So, sorry if I'm not getting to the texts as soon as possible. I got a million things coming in right now. Let's see if I close out this poll. Well, it's changing right now. Holy shit. Event of the year, main event of the year is changing. So far now it's 54-46. So it looks like we got some resistance on this. We knockout of the year and main event of the year right now are so far the ones that we are having a little bit of a qualm with. 54-46. Did the Ring Magazine get main event of the year right? They chose Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua as their main event pick of the year. What other main events did you look back in the 2021 calendar and say to yourself, they got it wrong? Nah, this wasn't the best main event. I mean, it was epic, obviously, in its entirety, and it is a heavyweight fight. So I don't know how much I don't agree with it, It's something that I could fly with. But maybe you don't want to fly with it. So let's go, champ. Let me text my brother from another mother. Let's go into ending this poll. Because honestly, 54%, 46. I don't know. I'm going to leave it up there for a little bit. Oh, look at this guy. Okay, it's getting heavy, y'all. 52-48. 48% say that the Ring Magazine got it right. 52% say they didn't get it right. So whoever's on the poll right now, man, it might be UK versus we coming to America. You know what I'm saying? There's some red coat and Minutemen action going on in the polls here for the Ring Magazine pick of the year for main event. So it's 55-45. I'm going to let that battle go on for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to let that ride. Minutemen versus the red coat style. As we go into the next one, prospect of the year. I know this is probably going to be a surprise for you guys. Obviously, we don't get to see him enough out there, in some major public settings, I guess. But Brandon Lee was crowned your prospect of the year. And personally, I think Brandon Lee is, he's a force to be reckoned with, man. This kid got power. He's knocked plenty of his opponents out. Very family oriented. He looks so focused, man. He's young. He's 22 years old, and he has good height. And at super light, he's doing his thing. He's KOing cats. I mean, everybody's getting KO'd. Everybody. This kid got like one unanimous, or maybe two unanimous decisions on his record. And, he's been nourished, obviously. Little by little, he's being brought up to speed. He has 24 fights, 22 KOs. So that KO percentage is super high, champs. Kid's knocking guys out. Obviously, we want to see him with better competition. But as prospect of the year, 24 and 22, I say that's pretty decent. That's a lot of fights. He stayed active, too. 3 fights in 2021, 4 fights in 2020, 4 fights in 2019. Oh, my God, more. 5 fights in 2019, 5 fights in 2018, another 6, 7 fights in 2017. No, this kid deserves his award. But, I mean, you might have somebody else that was in there as a prospect. I don't know. Okay, Mitty, do me. What are the Ring Magazine's criteria for main event of the year? That would help to determine if they got it right or not. That's what I'm saying. I was trying to look into what the criteria was. What exactly is the criteria? And I don't know exactly what they're using. I don't know if it's overall attendance. I mean, I don't know if it's because of the titles that were involved in the fight. I don't know if this is stylistically, this fight, there's a lot of things that go into it, the crowd, the amount of people that attended the stadium. So there's a few things that can add on to the main event. Maybe the competitiveness, too, of the fight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury was a super crazy good main event, but it wasn't as competitive as we saw Anthony Joshua and Usyk. It was back and forth there. With Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, there was a little bit of resistance in the first 4 rounds, but then after that, it was pretty much Tyson Fury racking up shots. But I'll give you the runners-up that they had. Maybe Coach Mitty, you could get a sense of what they wanted as far as criteria. So runners-up for the main event was Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant. See how my boy's up there twice? Y'all hating. I'll see you outside. Yeah. That's right. Y'all hating. Canelo up there with the runner-up twice. Canelo Alvarez versus Caleb Plant was a hell of a show, too. Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter for main event. And that was competitive until it wasn't. Canelo, too, was competitive until it wasn't. Billy Joe, he got sent into the next dimension for talking all that beef shit.
No, you had loads of beef. Yeah. You love the beef. The Mexican. You love the juice.
He said, you on the juice. Till he caved in your face. Yeah, that was a hard hit, man. So, okay, so that's what it is right now, Coach Schmitty. I don't know if they got it right or wrong. I'm going to say that some of the runner-ups were pretty decent. I personally think that, Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders could have went in there pretty easy, but I guess the titles and what was that, stake kind of gave Anthony Joshua Usyk that upper hand. So I think I'm gonna roll with it. The poll definitely says they got it wrong. 53% said no, 47% said right. We're gonna end the poll right there, right? Let's go, champ. So we'll hit the last one, which was the prospect. I don't know if you guys had anybody else that deserved the prospect. Juan Carlos Jimenez was timed out. Juan Carlos, what you saying out here? You funny as hell. Yo, y'all look crazy. Yeah, funny as hell. Yo, champies, here we go. We're, I think, done with the list, the prospect of the year list. The Dumatron, definitely got to get ready for the trip to Las Vegas today. Hopefully, next time I see y'all, we'll be in studio. The skip, if I want to know what the Loch Ness Monster's doing, don't worry. Monday, we'll be able to say what we're going to do as far as availability and what he's doing. So, shout out to everybody for, holding it down. But next poll is prospect of the year. I'm going to finish it with that prospect of the year poll, and we can move on maybe to another topic. So did Ring Magazine get it right? Did they get prospect of the year right? I think they did. This kid was super active back to back in the last 3-4 years, man. That's incredible to be able to fight 3-4 times a year. I mean, it's subjective in the judging of what type of opponents and stuff like that, but still, that's what a way to stay active. So I'll go ahead and put that last poll is up. Did Ring Magazine get prospect of the year right? Brandon Lee got the award, and Brandon Lee, like I said, he's been active. He's been super active, and you got to love that. Minimum 3 fights, up to 6 fights in a year. Oh, yeah, you're getting my vote. Just in 2017 alone, he was 7 fights. And I know in the beginning that's much easier. I take all this with a grain of salt, but the activity is important. The activity shows me that he's been training. He's been keeping himself in shape, and he's doing what he has to do with the opponents being put in front of him. He's KOing them. So shout out to Brandon Lee. Takes the award. I got no argument with that, but maybe you do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm already seeing it. 55% of the people say they got it right. 45% think that they got it wrong. So if you're on the chat, let me know. Let me know what you think or who you think should have been prospect of the year, if not Brandon. There was a couple of other prospects that were out there that did very well. But, again, Ring Magazine's criteria. I don't know exactly what their criteria was for that. But if it is activity, Brandon Lee definitely won on that. His activity throughout these last 4 years has been excellent. So got no trouble there. Let's see what's going on with the next one. All right, so real quick, I guess I'll shift gears real quick and put away the prospect card, right? Excuse me, the award card. Coach Meaty and shit, getting at me and shit. Let's go, champ. All right, so let's shift the morning status and let's shift over to the comebacks. And since we were talking about AJ, and Usyk, and they were one of the categories in that major comebacks for this year. I think Anthony Joshua definitely has to make this comeback. Anticipated to make this comeback and win these belts back as he did when he lost to Andy Ruiz the first time. He was able to get these belts back and reclaim his throne. Can he do it again? That's the question right now going around. Some people are even worried, We saw what Wilder, did and, went and got some other training and, kind of try to do things different. Will it be the same outcome? Will it work? Will it not work? Is Usyk just too much of a boxer? AJ came in with the wrong plan, and, a lot of us felt like he did. So we're going to see what's going on. We're going to see what's going on with this one. But this is one of the major comebacks set for 2022. Just wanted to kind of like dab into it real quick so that we could remember that we're expecting some good fights and comebacks for this 2022 calendar. So Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. Will he be able to do it? Will he be able to finish the job? Will he be able to reclaim it? I think that it's very possible. I think that Andy Ruiz, when he took the belts, presented his own issues to AJ, and the issues that he presented, they were nullified in the second fight. Even though we didn't like it too much, we got to see Anthony Joshua on his back foot, and I know to some was very distasteful, but to others was very refreshing to see a heavyweight move around the ring like that for so many rounds. So take it with a grain of salt. The name of the game is hit, don't get hit, champ. Coming in with this fight, I hope the mentality is different. I hope that he imposes his will on Usyk. Usyk's going to be twice as ready now. Usyk knows what it is now. Usyk knows what he's expecting in that ring. Now, if he brings some different tool belts, different things, he could probably make it happen, obviously. But we'll move on to the next one. Next comeback, Lopez versus Kambosos. Obviously, Lopez, my guy. I'm expecting him to come back, and make a comeback. Obviously, not at the same weight division. He'll be going to 140. But, Teofimo's definitely on the comeback. I'm not going to hold this loss against him. Whatever it was, in or out of the ring, I think that he still has a lot to give in the boxing. I mean, look, we take this sometimes super serious, and as you should. You want to protect your record and not have a loss, but losses don't define you. It's what you make of it when you come back from them, and I think Lopez has the ability to do that, and at a more comfortable weight class. Okay, so Ice City was timed out by Bam Bo. What the hell is Ice City talking about? Ice City, what the hell? Y'all funny as hell, bro. You need to cut it. All right, Lopez. And, Lopez is one of the comebacks. Triple G. All right? I know Lopez is, before I move on to Triple G, just saying Lopez is definitely is definitely probably needing like some downtime. It's been a rough year, 2021. I don't know when he'll be coming back, but hopefully he'll come in at least at the end of the first quarter of the year with an acclimation fight to the 140-pound division. But yeah, shout out to Tio. Everything gonna be all right. All right, so Triple G, obviously, he was scheduled to fight Ryota Murata. That got rescheduled. Thank you, Omicron. This is what I mean. The calendar's looking a little crazy, and I think that we might be in danger of possibly not having certain fights. Just, the landscape with this Rona shit, it's constantly changing, so hopefully it doesn't affect us too much. And we're able to get the fights we need to get. So Triple G and Ryota was rescheduled. Got to see what date that exactly will fall into. Since all the things that we can't expect might happen with this Omicron stuff. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen or what date they rescheduled it for. But we'll keep you posted on that. But Triple G's definitely a comeback story for this year. Canelo's even entertained fighting him again. So I would like to see that fight. A third one would be, epic. We saw the Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3 times. And it never failed. So seeing the Triple G versus Canelo 3, let's go champ. I would not mind it at all. Okay, so let's shout out Cheap Tone, man. Shout out to you, champ. Thanks for tuning in, brother. You already know, man. We're gonna keep this shit moving and grooving. So yeah, some of the comebacks of the for 2022. I mentioned AJ. He needs a comeback, major comeback. Teofimo Lopez definitely needs a major comeback. Triple G, he better come back and do something spectacular because the man is getting older. And obviously he's been in war all his life. I mean, 400 amateur fights or something like that. Some crazy number like that. And, of course, 20-something title defenses. I mean, the guy's a legend. When he was knocking guys out, you guys loved him. When you saw a chink in his armor, you left him for dead. Shame on you. No. But, yeah, he'll be back. And it'll be exciting to see if maybe a fight with Canelo happens. So, AJ, Lopez, Triple G. And, of course, can't forget the young gun, Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Money man, For a time, and I think it's still this way. He definitely, garners eyes and attention and presents big paydays. He's been out of the ring dealing with some stuff. Obviously, you got to deal with the internal in order to be able to operate, righteously and right in the physical. So got a glimpse of him on the Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson on the Hot Boxing podcast. And talked a little bit about his anxiety and, things that sometimes happen to people. And you just never know. You might be talking to one of the toughest guys and shit. And you just know he might be dealing with anxiety. And, sort of what Tyson Fury talks about, the mental and, sometimes the mind can really beat you down. So Ryan Garcia is definitely in need of a comeback. Be able to come back and say, hey, let's go, champ. I did it. I conquered the mind. I wasn't going to allow these dark places in my head to get the best of me. So sometimes it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to talk to somebody about it. So I really look forward to Ryan Garcia making a splash. He's been kind of the guy that is kind of tagged as, this guy's not really fighting. He was the Instagram guy before fighter. There's a lot of shade that was being thrown at Ryan. Sometimes I guess it was granted, but sometimes I think unfairly. He looked in good shape too on that Hot Boxing with Tyson. He looked in good shape. Schmitty, nah, champ. He is okay. A-okay, bro. No COVID, all right? We're all right, champy. Trust me. If it was the COVID, yeah, I would have Novi, all right? But, yeah, so Ryan Garcia is forgotten, champ. He's not fighting. So he needs a major comeback so that he can make big splashes for 2022 and make some big fights. He's in shape, y'all. And, he's maturing. He's growing, and importantly, he's growing in his mental. Like I said, I liked what he was saying on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Shout out to Mike Tyson, the legend. And
he's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Yeah, that's right. Mike Tyson was huge. Mike Tyson, bro. He's got a podcast. That podcast is official. And then they got the guy from Entourage on there too. What's my man's name, man? Ari. They got Ari as a co-host. I mean, the shit's legit. So check out that interview with Ryan Garcia if you haven't. But he's in line for a major comeback. So yeah, AJ, Anthony Joshua, Teofimo Lopez, Gennady Golovkin, and Ryan Garcia. And I think there might be a couple of other ones that are set to make a major comeback. But Ryan Garcia definitely is probably out of the three that really needs one to make a real splash. I know Triple G is probably on his way out because of his age, but we would definitely we know that he's a fighter. We know that he'll jump in there with Canelo or some of the other top guys, no problem. So yeah, man. So that was it for the comebacks, and give me a segundo. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and probably end this now. But we're going to go to some callers. Let's see if we could get this right, champies. Let's go, champ. Let's see if we can get this right. So right about now, I'm going to take some callers. You can call Skype only for now. And that's Alex Lainez, AlexLainez. So if you want to go ahead and call in now. Lines are open. Finished up some of the topics. And you already know, man, the Dumatron is going to be flying out to Las Vegas. So the next time you see me, probably be going live from the studio. If not from the studio, I'll probably be able to hook something up and do it from a laptop. So we'll stay tuned, guys. Anybody that wants to call in, you can call in. If not, I'm going to take it to the next level and close the program out for the night. The poll, matter of fact, let me check out the poll because I got to end it. Let's see where it ended. So did Rank Magazine get Prospect of the Year right? 58% of you said no. 42 said yeah. And I guess there's a couple of other guys that could have been on that, that could have probably took that list. I told you my reasons why. Brandon Lee, very active, consistent KOs, stays in shape. I mean, there's a lot going there. So I'll go ahead and give him the Prospect of the Year. All right. So again, guys, if you want to call in, Skype is open. Alex Lainez, call in. AlexLainez on Skype. And I'll keep the phones open for a couple of minutes. If nobody's calling in, I will take it down. I got to get ready. Got to pack the luggage and get ready to head over to Las Vegas, Champy. Who else do we got here? Let me check the taxi. All right, you ain't gonna run through them all. Okay, hey Brandon, the list, the TBV War Show category list. Okay, worst decision, TV Award Show categories. Okay, Fighter of the TV Caller of the Year. Okay, Fighter of the Year. I think I might want to go over this list. Maybe during New Year's or before New Year's, so we could get some extra stuff in there for the New Year's. So yeah, I'll save the list for now. If nobody's calling in, champies, then I'm going to take it down. I'll try one more time to see if anybody wants to come on. And let's see. Let's see, champy. There's a lot of people on this call, so I don't want to mess up the audio. I've been doing okay with the audio. Don't want to mess it up. All right, join. Let's see. Oh, all right. Okay, we cut that one out. All right, 10:23 a.m. Okay, Big Fish Vega, tuning in. Call him ring ring. All right, we got Big Fish Vega in the building. Let's go.
What's going on, man? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate everything you're doing.
Man, I appreciate y'all, brother, man, for tuning in with us. Boxing Voice Podcast Radio Show. We're here driving the boat.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just want to say, like, with the ring, I think they got a lot of it right. I mean, Canelo's definitely Fighter of the Year, hands down. I mean, what he did, unifying, undisputing at 168. Also, fight of the year. That was Fury versus Wilder. I mean, that was amazing. The KO of the year, I don't really have a problem with. I mean, I definitely would have voted for the Fury knockout, but that Gabe Rosado knockout, like, it came out of nowhere. It was a perfect shot. And prospect of the year, I definitely would have went with Jared Anderson. I just felt like the type of the spotlight he was getting, the way he was beating people, I just felt that it stuck out compared to other. Hadouken! Also, I made a I got something going on with somebody, so they want me to read this little thing. It says,
"Go ahead, shoot, champ."
The best promotion. Mr. PBC is an OG and boss hog in the TV world, and to these bets, PBC runs the world. PBC runs boxing. Hey, Crawford. Hey, Crawford, answered the phone. Money calling, PBC. The sun is shining and these checks stay signing. Bud, come home. The brotherhood been waiting for you. PBC, baby. Bivol.
Ness Heyman.
Let's
yeah,
go.
Man, PBC got me. Shout out to him. Because of him, I'll be able to take my son to the fight first down there in Fort Lauderdale. Ortiz versus Charles Martin. I'm running with the Prince that night.
Shout out to PBC then, champ.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man. Thanks for tuning in and calling in, my brother. All right, man. That was Big Fish Vega on the airwaves. Looks like we got nobody else. It looks like we got nobody else, man. So if you did want to call in, it's Alex Linez. But if that's it for the day, this morning, gentlemen, the Doomatron got to get ready. The Doomatron got to get activated.
Doomatron activated.
And get ready for this trip to Las Vegas. Hopefully, I see you guys soon. We'll be on the, in studio. If not, I'll be going live from the regular way. So see you guys out there. More news coming, obviously, on the Skippy Monday. We'll know more as far as the availability. But for now, this is the Boxing Voice Podcast Radio Show. Thank you for tuning in. You're here with Alex Doomsday Linez, the Doomatron, a.k.a. And if you liked what you were listening to, man, hit that like button. It's a quick clicky, yo. And then right under it, you got the subscribe button and the bell button. That's a quick clicky, yo. You can click all these things in less than 3 seconds. That's how fast you are with your mouse or your finger. So hit those like buttons, hit the subscribe and notification bell so you know when we're going live. And if you're interested in the cool ass emojis that we have on our live chat and the badge icons next to your name, depending on how long you've been with us in membership, if you want all that access, hit that join button, go to the memberships. We got 3 tiers there, 3 price points, whatever works best for you. And definitely appreciate that. And just tell a friend to tell a friend. If they like boxing, tell them about the show. We tune in every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And come get this boxing talk with us, man. Let's go, champ. I'm over and afuera. Champ.
Yeah, move him out of here.